Hey everybody, Doug Billings here with you. Thank you so much for watching. And before I start, I've got to thank you for the 372 messages that came in between this Twitter and YouTube. Thank you so much. Really, that means a lot. And a lot of you said, "Hey, don't say who I am," and I can't let people that I work with know that I'm supporting this. But thanks. And so I won't tell anybody who you are, but it really means a lot. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I assume that there's a lot of people out there that go, wow, what the hell is Doug Billings doing? Why in the hell does he feel a need to make these silly, goofy, stupid-ass videos? Well, I don't know. Maybe they are all of the above. And maybe I'm the fool. But I don't know how people can't speak up about the New Democratic Socialist Party. The New Democratic Socialist Party is clearly not an American political party. With every stance they take, with every utterance they make, they prove to us that they're moving away from the Founding Fathers and towards Karl Marx. It's not even funny anymore as they cheer and root for a continued economic catastrophe to remain in place in the United States. All of the places that are remaining closed, that issued these lockdown orders, that say you've got to wear a mask, say you've got to do all these things, they're all Democratic. No, check that. They're not Democratic anymore. They're the members of the New Democratic Socialist Party, and we've got to begin calling it what it is. These things that they do are no longer just about throwing darts at President Trump. This is really part of their new platform. This is their political platform. They want to see the ruin of the United States economy. They want to. You guys, look, most of you, a lot of you, like numbers. Well, show me the numbers. Show me this. Show me the data. All you got to do is look at the analytics of this. Since the day President Trump took office, America has done better than before. I could list off 250 bullet points of accomplishments and things that he's done to make things better. A few of the highlights: 150 stock market records since the time that he took office. There's better America First trade deals throughout the world with numerous nations and more to come. He was the first political candidate and president to talk openly against China and Russia, despite the fake narrative that the mainstream media would have you believe. There's lower minority unemployment across all demographics of minority groups in the United States. All of them. My favorite one of all, 60 million people lifted off of food stamps and government subsidies, where government is no longer responsible in helping people sustain themselves. And that's exactly what the Founding Fathers had in mind, ladies and gentlemen. They did not want or intend or expect that the government of the United States would take care of its citizens through handouts and entitlements. They wanted local communities, your neighbors, your friends, your church group, your synagogue, to be able to come together and rally to your support. And that's what we've lost. People want to know why we seem to be divided and the fabric of our country is coming unwound. It's because of that behavior. The New Democratic Socialist Party's behavior of steering everyone towards Karl Marx and his belief that the all-powerful government should take care of you, but your neighbor shouldn't. All anyone has who doesn't like President Trump is their own personal disdain for the man himself. They don't like the way that he tweets. They don't like his personality. They think that he fights. My favorite adolescent, intellectual, immature comment that they make, that he's orange, that this or that. Whatever. It all stems from their loss in 2016. And that loss in 2016 is a direct result of a generation who has produced a group of people who believe that everybody gets a trophy. Everybody's a winner. And that's not life. There's losers in life. But yet they cried like adolescent children when they didn't win the 26th election, and those tears carried over into actions. To adults who carried out actions, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Nadler, Schumer. You know the game. Russian collusion, Chinagate, whatever. Lie after lie after lie. Because they bent to the will of a generation who thinks everybody should get a trophy, and we didn't win in 2016, and by God, we're going to throw a hissy fit. Childish. But what they don't understand, and what's never reported and never seemed to be understood in the mainstream media, is that the common American loves President Trump's personality. They love the fact that he's not politically correct. They love the fact that he fights back. They love his passion for America. His behavior of holding other countries responsible to their financial responsibilities instead of America always having to pay for everything and foot the bill for almost everything in the world. Americans love that. I've already mentioned the better trade deals throughout the world. President Trump mobilized the private sector like no other president in the history of our country, including during the time of World War II. Mobilized the entire private sector to come to battle and come to terms and help us out with the COVID-19 crisis, which, as it turns out, as I predicted and said from the beginning, is the biggest nothing burger in the history of hysteria, ladies and gentlemen. And on a side note, you're going to see this news come out. The big news of the day is that, of course, the liberals are crying 100,000 people are dead. That's just not true. When you look at the data that my team has looked at in the hospitals across the country who've listed COVID-19 as the cause of death, no. When you look at primary causes of death, COVID-19 accounts for probably 10 to 13,000 people, and it's probably lower than that. But I digress. Mobilizing the private sector, but his love and his passion for America is what drives us to him. If you're in certain parts of California and New York, on the coasts, Seattle, you don't get that. You don't understand it. It doesn't compute with you. But everybody else gets it. His passion for the military, his passion for our veterans, the ability that he has to build the economic powerhouse that he built, these are the things that are not reported. These are the things that people don't understand. Let me rephrase that. You and I get it. You and I understand that. The radical New Democratic Socialist Party, some of them get it, and that's why they're fighting against it, because it doesn't fit their ideology. Remember, they want Marx and a controlled economy. But that's what captivates the majority of the citizens of America, and it's what makes us want to see him continue. And I think that it's going to be the reason why he wins in even more numbers than he did in 2016 when November of 2020 rolls around. I think that President Trump, quite frankly, has been chosen through the virtue and the process of divine providence to lead this country at this time during these moments. And that